Hello and Happy New Year to our residents and to those who like to remain apprised of our news and updates throughout the city and region. I had planned on just doing what I normally do and typing up a blog, but I thought let's just sit down and talk and use this video. So we're thankful for the wonderful year we have enjoyed in 2018. Much of 2018 was used for establishing plans that allow us to manage with purpose because of the time investments you made in helping us develop the One Decatur long-range comprehensive plan. The plan was developed by our community, endorsed by our planning commission, and adopted by the city council. Now we're using the plan as our map, and we're no longer managing by wandering. Many of the elements of the plan they're in motion. We're in the process of doing a zoning rewrite, an interim zoning plan for Highway 20 in South Limestone County, which I'll speak more about shortly. Per the plan and your request, we've enlisted the assistance of Big Communications to develop a branding campaign that we expect to roll out in mid-2019. We received approval from our city council to add new key positions to support our city and the plan: an additional planner, an additional engineer, an asset manager to ensure we're maximizing the life cycle of our assets like vehicles and other equipment, then an assistant to the director of development. We implemented a new pay plan, including $1.2 million in pay increases that total $2 million in recurring spend with benefits. The increases are possible because we enjoyed a $4 million increase in revenues, and our directors did an excellent job of managing their expenses. I learned last week that we finished the 2018 fiscal year with a $10 million unassigned fund balance. That's above our reserve. That's money that's just left remaining from the previous year. Those funds allowed the City Council to approve $2.2 million in capital funding as we roll into 2019. So the City Council also increased our street resurfacing projects from the $800,000 that was spent in FY18 to $1.4 million in FY19, and we're looking for other ways to find funding sources for resurfacing projects as we move into FY19. For example, using the CD market with our reserves that will provide other funding sources for additional resurfacing. More spending should be recognized throughout the 2019 fiscal year. However, the council is being wise and keeping an eye on concerns as it relates to the national economy, coupled with the need to protect anticipated cost overruns on the Spring Avenue widening project, and making sure that we have funding sources for projects like sewer extensions for residential and commercial developments. And then we need to make sure that we have monies available to us to support design modifications due to the $14 million build grant award that we received from ALDOT. It was a 100% reward, but with the changes in traffic counts as it relates to Mazda Toyota, they could come back and say we need 5 lanes, let's say, instead of 4 lanes. We don't know. So we want to just make sure that we have the funds available. Decatur businesses are enjoying sales and job growth, and that is having a positive impact on our economy. Much of this is being driven because of the team effort led by our Economic Development Association that won major expansions for local industry where construction is currently taking place and having a positive impact on our hotels, our restaurants, our wholesale suppliers, all of our businesses in the city. Hexcel is undergoing a $200 million expansion. GE is undergoing a $125 million expansion and will soon become Morgan County's largest employer. Browns Ferry recently announced a $500 million upgrade that will require over 2,000 contract employees. That includes engineers and skilled trades. Then you bring in Bocar, Mazda Toyota, Blue Origin, Aerojet Rocketdyne, Facebook, the new FBI facility at Redstone, and the other unknown projects that we have. And we have a vibrant economy unlike anything that I've seen in my lifetime. I'm sure you're wondering about the importance and the related to the widening of 565. AlDOT has a plan that is achievable, and if the Federal Highway Administration Department will approve the plan, I believe we'll find it to come much sooner than we expect. Then you bring in the much anticipated opening of the Cook Museum of Natural Science, and we have so much to look forward to as we roll into 2019. Everything that I've mentioned is new business. Goodness, we were enjoying growth from the effective work that our community partners like the Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Downtown Decatur Revitalization Association, and the Chamber of Commerce, and the untold number of partners that are bringing an improved quality of life and new jobs to Decatur. So get ready for more announcements that will bring prosperity for Decatur and our region in the coming months. I want to thank our City Council for providing additional funding that is providing a cleaner Decatur via additional right-of-way mowings and the purchase of $1.6 million in equipment for our Parks and Recreation Department. We expect residents to hear good news about more ways where we've been working together to help make our city cleaner within the next few weeks. So I want to thank you for your patience as we continue to look for solutions that every U.S. city is trying to manage, and that is helping their community stay cleaner. So stay tuned. I want to wrap up by recognizing the Decatur City Schools and one other major group. I believe some of our residents are confused about the relationship between the City of Decatur and the Decatur City School System. We're two separate entities. The City of Decatur is a front row supporter of our school system, and we're very proud of the progress the system is recognizing under the leadership of Superintendent Dr. Michael Douglas and his wonderful support team. The city also provides 25% of our sales and use tax to the school system. That is, we collect 4 cents on every dollar, and of that, 1 penny of that 4 cents goes to the system, the school system. That averages around $10 million annually. We do that with a smile because our school system and our children are critical to our future. The city has a wonderful working relationship with our school system, and we get to see the hard work and effort that our educators are giving to our children. When we look at the need for improvements, I'll be the first to say that the city is working daily to address areas of improvements in our lane, okay? I worked with industrial facilities for 30 years, and they were constantly working on improvements. All businesses are working on improvements. The school system in Decatur, Alabama, and across the country, they're focused on working on improvements. The Decatur City school system is working daily to provide a better education for our students. I'm not charged, nor do I want to be charged with managing the school system, but I want to tell you that I have confidence in saying that they're taking care of their needs at the speed of right, and what they need is our support. If you have concerns, go talk with them. I believe you'll find that the central office doors are open during normal business hours, and they're there to listen. Finally, I want to thank you, our residents. Thank you for the many volunteers that work so hard for Decatur. People will tell me there is no way that they'd want to have my job, but it doesn't take me long to calmly share how they don't get to see, hear, or read about the wonderful efforts I get to see, hear, and read from our residents. Do we have a vocal minority that will raise their concerns publicly? Sure, every city does. I get to see the best in our neighbors throughout the city, all of our volunteers in the city. Goodness, we just saw Mary Peyton Prost, a 14-year-old, recognized as our 2018 Volunteer of the Year. Now that's amazing. Out of all the volunteers, a 14-year-old was recognized as the Volunteer of the Year. Congratulations, Mary Peyton. We're so proud of our residents, and I want to thank you for affording me the opportunity to serve our city from the office of the mayor. I believe it's the best job in the city, And in closing, I want to say happy 2019. May God bless America, and may God bless the city of Decatur.